How do we address the seasonality of our cake businesses? Right, in the cake industry, we can go from absolute chaos of Christmas, of December, into January and have next to nothing in January. The same can happen if we do a lot of wedding cakes. August can be absolute madness. Then mid-December, we've got nothing. So the first thing I'm going to tell you is it's absolutely normal to have this roller coaster. It happens in every industry. But when we hit a slump, it can feel so disheartening. It's like the end of the world. So how can we address it? Right. We need to make hay while the sun shines. We need to make the absolute best of all the seasonal occasions and of busy times. And of the customers that are happy to come and spend with us. We need to sell more to those customers as well. We also need to watch our spending. When you have a crazy busy month, it's easy to get giddy and think that money is all yours. Remember to get all your stocks back up. Remember to actually spend it, invest in the business, keep it moving. So we need to keep ticking over all the time, trying to get plenty of cash flow. So we need to be advertising a month ahead all the time. It's all in the middle of December. It's so easy to forget that you've got nothing booked in for January. So if you advertise, just every now and again, just put, have you got a January birthday? Because you might want to get booked in for it. It just helps. Even if you just get inquiries that aren't paying deposits yet, you've got them in your inbox. So then once it's nearer the time, once you've got past, crazy Christmas week, you can message them and say, you still want this order. Especially if you've managed to get a deposit off them in December, that saves that thing about, they might get to New Year and suddenly they haven't got the money to pay for a bespoke cake, so they're just getting one from Asda. If you've got that deposit in, they've committed, they're going to find the rest of the money. So get your deposits in. Also, they might think it's too late to book. They might think, oh God, I've got a birthday on January 3rd. If you're ready for it, you can do it. So chase people up all the time. Also, advertise for your summer weddings in January, because then while January is so quiet, if you can get a couple of wedding cake deposits in, your cash flows up. It's a massive help. Don't ever stop posting. Even when you're busy, don't ever stop posting and advertising. It's easy to think, I don't need to advertise because I'm so busy. But you always need to be 3 or 4 weeks ahead, especially for like your calendar events, your Valentine's, your Mother's Day, your Father's Day, things like that. Always be advertising a month ahead, because then you've got those people interested and you've got them coming in. Even if they're not booking at that point, you're getting into the heads. So when it comes to finding something for Mother's Day, they'll remember that they've seen your posts. Right, if your business is mainly bespoke orders, it can be really difficult to know when the money's coming in. So to keep that type of business going, keep following up. Every time you've sold a cake, follow up, ask them if they thought were all right, remind them they might want to book in for your next occasion. Do, even year on year, you can always say like, oh, is it so-and-so's birthday next month? Do you want to get a cake? Do you want to book in? And most of the time they will actually book in with you. If not, they'll just say, give the reasons, whatever. It's all right. As long as you're keeping chasing, you'll be surprised how much actually comes in that way. Also, those customers that come to you for all the birthday cakes, once you release like your Christmas offer or your Easter offer, Halloween, send them it in their messages and just say, right, I just wanted to make sure that you saw this because I don't want you to miss out because you're one of my best customers. And they'll value that, even in between ordering times, you can share a meme and say, I saw this and thought of you. Keep that relationship up, and it keeps you in their head as top cake person. So they'll, it just helps to keep them really good regulars coming back. Another thing, have your seasonal stuff planned and your mock-ups done well in advance so you can have the early birds, because it can be frustrating. Kids go back to school and all of a sudden you're inundated with people saying, what are you doing for Christmas? And you haven't decided yet. If you've already decided, if you've already done your mock-ups, you're laughing because you can nab them. If you're replying to those customers with, I've not decided what I'm doing yet, it's a bit early, they want to get organised. You know, there is a massive crowd of people that want to book all the Christmas stuff in September. So if you're ready for them, you'll get them. If you're not ready for them, they're going to go somewhere else because they have the anxiety of making this event perfect. So they're going to just do what they can and get booked in. So I'm just recording a video, son.
Some more bug bites.
All right, I'll come to you in a minute. I'm just recording. 1 sec. Right, so next things, have your impulse buys and your last minute buys ready to go. You can have a stock of certain products in your freezer all the time to just defrost and finish off, rather than having to say no because you haven't got the time to go shopping or you don't want to stay up till 3 a.m. You'd be surprised how much you can do at the last minute just with a bit of extra organisation. Keep all your standard sizes of cake boxes in and your cupcake boxes. Make sure you've got plenty of stock in all the time and you don't have to turn people down for the sake of not being able to get what you need for last minute orders. Keep plenty of fondant in, that kind of thing. If you can, always deliver, because if you're delivering every time they ask for something, even if they're a pain in the arse and it's last minute, but if you've got your systems worked out that you can fit them in, you're going to be one that they always come to. You're going to be the one that they tell their friends about. So think about that. I have got another video about, I think it's silly season strategy, all about planning for those big calendar events, and it goes into loads of detail. So hunt that one out if you're interested. I'll bob the link to it below.